myself Shivangi and I am here to discuss about the misuse of women-centric panel laws. So firstly, we have to discuss why there is a requirement of women-centric panel laws. It is true that hardships and sufferings experienced by women can't be overlooked. The life of an average woman has always been difficult and pitiable due to existing social custom practices. Laws are made to protect every individual, but from the past, women were exposed to atrocities committed by men. So, various laws were made from time to time to protect them, like domestic violence or demand. So, now we have to discuss the laws which favors the woman. Many laws were made which benefits the females, like Hindu Marriage Act 1955, Hindu Marriage and Adoption Act 1956, Dowry Protection Act 1961, Dowry Violence Act 2005, Prevention of Child Marriage Act 2006, and certain other provisions of IPC relating to domestic violence. We will discuss about the misuse of these laws by women. Laws which were made to benefit the females are many times used by them in a wrong way by interfering with the rights of males. Laws which were mostly misused by a woman are mentioned in section 498A of IPC, section 376 of IPC, and many others. Section 498A deals with cruelty on women by her husband or her in law. Section 498A was inserted in IPC in 1983 to protect married women from cruelty, including dowry harassment, but it is fearlessly abused and misused by a large section of people. The effect of these laws is unjustified powers in the hands of women for blackmail and extortion in domestic disputes, which irreparably damages the life of husband and their relatives, and sometimes also become the reason for their death. These laws are affecting the rights of males who are being harassed by a false charge against them. Harassing the husband for large sum of money for the settlement of their siblings or establishing the parental family. Similarly, Section 113B of Indian Evidence Act 1872 provides that in case of dowry death, the court has to presume the dowry death which was caused by a person who is shown to have subjected the woman to cruelty or harassment soon before the death. Discussing about Section 498 of IPC and Section 113B of Indian Evidence Act. Female also makes false allegations of rape. Like many times women were made false rape accusations because of the fact is that rape accusations are such that they are basically presumed to be accurate by a majority of public in every case. That's partly because people can't understand why women would make their stuff on them. There are so many reasons for alleging false rape cases like money, child custody, revenge, shame, mental illness, eviction, fame, and so many other reasons. It would be surprising to know that every 30 minutes a man is accused of a false rape case in India. So, there must be a provisions relating to women making false charge should be punished. Women making false allegations to settle personal scores need to be prosecuted and punished. A Delhi High Court has observed saying such matter cause intense misery and humiliation to the accused, which continues even after acquittal in the case. It is very difficult, or we can say that it is impossible to restore the lost honor and dignity of a rape accused after his acquittal from the court. They are never compensated from the emotional distress, humiliation, and pecuniary damages suffered by them. Women also take unfair advantage of dowry death provisions. Section 304B of IPC is a provision made to protect the woman from cruelty by her husband or her in laws. It is presumed that if a woman dies within 7 years of her marriage and her husband or in her laws were demanding dowry, then they were responsible for her sudden death. This provision protects women, but what about men? There is no such rule that if a husband dies within 7 years of marriage, then wife can be held liable. Now we will discuss about women-centric laws and the way society perceives them. Women empowerment has always been favored by most of the people in our society. In this modern era, women has an upper hand in women-centric laws. From the time when women were disregarded and considered weak to this time when the women are respected and all the women are not that weak, things have changed in the society. But the perspective of the society is still the same. that if some cases relating to women-centric laws are filed, they themselves declares the men to be perpetrators instead of trying to understand the complete scenario. According to my point of view, the law should be such that which protects the right of each and everyone in the society and not only the females. Also, a proper inquiry should be there about the reasons for the offense and not directly putting the blame on the husband or their in-laws. Thank you.